You're listening to Voice of Israel.
Welcome back to One Nation with Dov Lipman on Voice of Israel. As we do every week on the show, we're going to talk about the weekly Torah portion. The portion that's coming up this week is Parshat Behaalotcha, which continues the preparation of the Jewish people as they head towards the land of Israel. And there's two stories that take place in this parsha, which actually go one against the other and leave us with a very powerful message. The first is called Pesach Sheni. Just to explain what this is, there were Israelites who were impure as they celebrated the first Passover in the desert as they made their way from Egypt to the land of Israel. They were impure. They couldn't take part in the sacrifices. They weren't part of the celebrations in the tabernacle, and they felt that they were missing something because of that. And they actually came to Moses and they said, we want to do something. We want to be part of this spiritual experience. And the response was, okay, you get a second chance. There's a wild card. A month later, on the 14th of Iyar, there will be a Pesach Sheni, a second Passover, where those people who are impure, the first time Passover came around, have the opportunity to be part of the celebration and offer the sacrifices. So they were given that opportunity. Tremendous lesson about people who had a desire for something spiritual. They insisted on being part of the Passover experience, and they were given the opportunity to do so. There's another story in the Parsha. Moses had a father-in-law named Jethro, who came from the land of Midian and was with the Israelite camp in the desert. And Moses offers Yitro to come along with the Jewish people to Israel. And Yitro says no. He refuses the offer. Moses promises him all kinds of wonderful things. It'll be great for you. Just come and join us. And again, he refuses the offer. At the end of the story, though, we're left hanging. We don't know what happens. We don't know, did he join or not? There are many opinions who say yes. Jethro and his family joined the Jewish people and entered the land of Israel together with them. But in the eternal Torah, in the Bible, it doesn't tell us what happened in the end. And one of my teachers told us that if that's the case, that means the eternal lesson from the story is not what happened in the end, but it's the conversation itself. It's that Moses was promising him everything, and he still was refusing it. And the lesson there is that if a person doesn't want something, if a person doesn't really through and through want something, no matter what they're offered, no matter what opportunities come along, they're never going to take it. And that's the offsetting messages that we have over here. On the one hand, you have the Pesach Sheni, the second Passover, where the people were so determined, we need to be part of this spiritual experience. And a brand new mitzvah, a brand new commandment came out of that. The opportunity for a second chance to celebrate Passover. On the other side, you have Jethro, who's promised everything. And because he possibly didn't really want it, he wasn't going to get it. That's a message which all of us have to really internalize. The idea that in life, if you want something to happen, if you truly through and through want it to happen, you can make it happen. And especially in spiritual concerns, God can come and bless you and help you accomplish it. If you don't want it, you don't want it spiritually especially, then no matter what is offered you, you're not going to accomplish that. I think about that as we talk about Israel, especially the issue of aliyah, of immigrating to Israel, of coming to study in Israel, people who come to serve in the army in Israel. The people who make it happen are the people who through and through want it. If you want it bad enough, then doors open. And yes, I would even say God comes and helps you along the way. If you don't want it, you'll find every excuse imaginable, and you'll find every reason not to get involved. And that's something which we should learn about as we approach the Parsha of Behaalotcha, which actually means as you go up. If you want to grow up and you want to go somewhere, especially spiritually, you just have to have that desire and make it happen. And whether it's Israel, whether it's studying in Israel, visiting Israel, supporting Israel, all kinds of doors can absolutely